Okay, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started with some big arm circles. So we're gonna have palms up in front and down behind. So just going through elbows locked, big rotations, big circles. Feeling anything going on in the shoulder. And we're gonna change directions. Good, we're gonna have our palms on the ground. We're gonna stretch our wrists a little bit. So palms flat on the ground. I'm gonna lean forward till I feel my wrist stretch and I'm gonna back off. So we're just gonna pulse into it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna have our palms back, pointed towards us, sitting back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to have our fingers out. Those just joining us, just jump right in. We're just warming up. We only did a couple of movements so far. So I'm moving my shoulders left to right, stretching my wrists in both directions. And then we're going to reverse the palm. So palm up. If you need to, you can have your palms behind you back here. If it's too much to have them in front, kind of depends on how tight your forearms and wrists are. And then just leaning back and coming down. Good, then we're gonna come up to the wall or a bookcase or whatever you have, arm up at shoulder height. I'm just gonna rotate out into the stretch and back it off. So we're just gonna pulse into it. 2, we're not holding anything statically through any of the warm up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to bring our arm up even higher, just to get the angle higher. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to bring that same arm across the body over the shoulder, and we're just going to pull slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to change arms. Just do the opposite arm. Coming into a pulse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a little bit higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then across the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We're going to have our feet shoulder width apart, hands on our hips, and we're just going to do big trunk rolls. So coming down, around, and back. Depending on your back, you can go to a slight hyperextension or just stay flat. So if you have problems with your spine, you know your body best. You can't do a lean back into a slight hyperextension to warm up the hyperextension position a little bit. If you're concerned about that, maybe you just go straight and come back. And we're just taking our time going around. And then we're going to change directions. Good job. Good. We're going to have our feet double shoulder width apart. We're going to have one. I'm going to reach as far over as I can. So you may not get as far. You can use your leg anywhere on your leg as you rotate. And I'm just going to reach and drive the other arm as far as I can. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to make sure my back is flat here. I'm not like rounding and rolling over. I want to make sure I have a good flat back. So as I rotate, I get a little bit of spine, maybe a little bit of hamstring. then we're going to change sides. Good, we're going to do the same thing in a kneeling position. Because we're kneeling and leaning forward, it's just going to change in our spine where the rotation happens. So same thing, coming over, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now we're going to go from a pigeon into a downward dog. So we're going to go from our pigeon, in our pigeon, up into a downward dog, driving the heels down, head between the arms, and then come back with the other leg in the pigeon, and we're going to go back up. So downward dog, down into a pigeon, right leg for me right now, going up, downward dog, left leg, and we're just going to keep going back and forth. And one more. Good. We're going to lay down on our back, and then we're just going to do big circles with at the knee. We're going to rotate our hip as far as we can as we do it. Again, if you have bad knees, you may want to make smaller circles. If this is hurting you, change directions. Good. Then we're going to come up into a kneeling position, bottom of the lunge. So one knee down, heel to the butt, and we're going to hinge forward and back, forward and back. And if that's too much for you, you can have your foot down and just do it with your foot on the ground. Kind of depends how tight your hip flexor are and your mobility. But I'm stretching the hip flexor right now of my right leg. And let's change legs. Good. I'm going to come back into a stand with feet double shoulder width. We're going to start with a side lunge, so just warming up a little bit back and forth. And then slowly, depending on your mobility and how deep you can go, we're going to start going into Cossacks back and forth. So remember, this is just part of a warm-up. If this is really challenging for you, don't come as deep. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep it up. Good. Back in a standing position. We're going to be standing straight up. We're going to come onto one foot. We're going to hinge over and then come back up. Trying to not only maintain balance as we hinge over, but maintain flat, square hips, and then come back up. So back is flat, hips are square, and I'm coming back. What I wouldn't want to see is you just reaching like this with a rounded back, so that would be not so good for you, and you'd miss out on the hamstring stretch that comes with a good spine position. Good, that's 8. We're going to change legs. If you need a wall beside you, you can use a wall for balance if you're losing your balance. And one more for 8. Good. We're gonna come down to the squat, heel touching the ground. I'm gonna let my knee come as far forward as I can, maintaining contact with my heel on the ground. And I'm gonna back it off. So driving my knee forward, heel stays on the ground. You're gonna feel mostly the stretch in the ankle, maybe starting to come into the calf. All we're doing is warming up our ability to go into a deeper squat as needed. And then I'm going to change the legs. So again, driving the knee forward, heel stays on the ground. Good. We're going to come into the bottom of a lunge. So I'm going to drive my hip forward. If my right leg is down, my left hand is going to be down, so opposite. And I'm just going to reach up, and then we're going to come back and drop my hips. So I'm going to come, reach up, come down, drop my hips. Reach up, down, drop my hips. That's 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do 2 more. 7 and 8. Now we're gonna change legs. So my left leg is gonna come forward, my right arm is gonna be down. I'm gonna reach over and then drop my hip down. And that's 8. Good. We're going to have in a kneeling position, both feet back. I'm just going to sit down, or as far as you can. It could be a lot on the knees. Sit down between my feet. So you may only end up here. This is a big stretch. We're going to stretch the shin and possibly a little bit of the ankle, the quad. It kind of depends what's happening. So if this is comfortable for you to actually sit down, you can move down to your elbow, or you can come flat down. So here I'm just going to come up and rotate between being flat and being up on my elbows. I'm squeezing those muscles as I come up and back down to support. This might start feeling more like a workout depending on where you're at. When you got it, just keep it up. 6, 7, 8. Good. And back up. Okay. Today's workout is going to be another EMOM. This time it's not burpees every minute. We have 4 exercises to do, and we have to do all 4 of them every minute on the minute. So if this is your second workout with me, if you were here Monday and today's your second one, don't worry, I don't do these all the time. I do like EMOMs, but it's not something I do all the time. So next week will be different, but we're building on this because you already have the idea down for Monday. So it's going to be 8 one-arm dumbbell cleans, 4 per arm, 8 renegade rows, which I'll show all this stuff in a minute, 8 jumping lunges, and 8 ranger kicks with a toe touch. So we're going to all warm up these different movements together so we know what they are. If you have a backpack with weight, that's great. If you have a couple of heavier dumbbells, lighter dumbbells, that's great too. I'll also show you a few modifications for these exercises in case you can't do some of them. A couple of notes for this workout. If you don't make the time, so if it's every minute on the minute, but you're not making it in time, you're going to sit out 1 minute and come back in the next minute. So from 3 to 4 minutes, let's say you don't make it and it's 4:05 when you finish, then you're going to wait from 4:05 to 5. When the 5-minute hits, you start again. Good form over speed, so make sure trying to think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. It's a little bit more important than how fast you're doing it. Some of you may need to go 2 minutes on the 2 minutes rather than 1 minute on the minute, depending on how much this is for you and the transition from one movement to the other. And weight matters, so the heavier you go, obviously, depending on what you have at home, the heavier you go, the more challenging this whole thing will be because it takes a lot more energy to lift and stabilize heavier weights. So first exercise is 8 one-arm dumbbell cleans. It's going to be 4 per arm. So I'm going to grab, now if you want to use the backpack, actually I'll demonstrate with the backpack. I'm going to have the 2 straps together. So I'm going to be in a slight hinge forward. And I'm going to bring it up into a clean position, bring my bag back down. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'll be changing arms. 1. And again, you don't have to be using a heavy weight. We're just kind of going through the movement right now. 2, 3. This is a really powerful movement. 4. So that's 4 per side on that. Renegade rows. Depending on your backpack, I'm going to come into a push-up position, and I'm going to be doing rows. Now, if your backpack is so high that you're not getting any range of motion, you can just go into a 1-arm row and do 4 per arm. You missed the plank, but that's okay. So 3, 4. Then I'm going to change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go to jumping lunges. If you can't do jumping lunges, you can do just moving lunges. So a jumping lunge is when I'm here, I'm going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you can't do that, you can bring your feet together, step back. Feet together, step back. Right? It's just the less violent of the two. And ranger kicks with a toe touch. We'll be seated halfway back. I'm going to reach. If you can't touch your toe, that's okay. You're just going to touch as far as you can. So this is causing a rotation and a reach with my legs straight. And then I'm going to rotate legs and do the opposite. So 1, 1, 2, 2. In this case, we're going to do 8 per leg. And if you have any questions about these movements, you can unmute yourself and feel free to ask. So we have those 4 movements every minute on the minute. First minute, you'll have I timed it for about 40, 45 seconds to get through. So you'll have about a 15-second break. Essentially, it's going to be about 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. But as you get more tired, it's going to get harder to keep that up, which is what makes these really fun, because you're trying to survive. You're trying to survive the 15 minutes. Any questions? So if you want, we have 17 seconds left. So if you want to move around a little bit, you can. And then we're going to get started every minute on the minute. So again, 4 exercises, 1-arm dumbbell cleans. I'll call them out. Renegade rows, jumping lunges, and ranger kicks. 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm changing arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going down to renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm changing arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going into a jumping lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4 per leg. Down to my ranger kick. 1, 2, 3 with a toe touch. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So 15 seconds to rest. Now is when you want to adjust your weight. Can you go a little bit heavier, make it a little bit harder? Remember, there's still 15 sets to do. That was 1 set. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Changing arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Changing arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into a ranger kick with a toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 14 seconds left to rest. Good job. That's round 2. So again, if you're having a really hard time, you can do 2 minutes on the 2 minutes. You can increase your reps a little bit to come in more like 130, get 30 seconds breaks, up to you. 1, here we go. 1, 2, dumbbell cleans. 3, 4, changing arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. End of the ranger kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 15 seconds. Catch your breath. Woo! Feeling good. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kicks, toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! All right, good pace. Hitting a good pace. 45 on, 15 off. You got it. Get some more fun each round. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do a ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, just under 15 seconds there. Great job, everybody. Keep it up, 10 seconds. We're gonna start walking that rest line a little bit. 2, 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kick or jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, 14 seconds on that one. Losing just a little bit of time. Good job. Keep it up. Your best effort. That's all I want. Your best effort, whatever that is. You're trying your best. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kicks. Toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. You guys are doing great. Woo. If you have more energy and something heavier, go for it. I'm gonna move a little bit heavier for a minute. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Butterfly. Ranger kicks. Toe touches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. We're getting there. Great job. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Thinking about the core and the hamstrings on those cleans. 4. Renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. I was slower on that one 10 seconds ago. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo. Great job, great job. 5 more sets, keep it up. 5 more sets. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Woo. 13 seconds left. 4 sets. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Butterfly lunges. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Woo. Great job, great job. Whew. You guys are doing great out there. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Major kick, toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, good job. Couple sets left. Keep that core tight, keep using all those big muscles, glutes, abs. 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Butterfly jumping lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kick toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. One more round, I think. Can you survive one more round? Wherever you are, jump in with us. 2, 1, the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renegade. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping lunges. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ranger kick. Toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's keep going, keep going. We got 14 seconds. Is there a lot of set? No point in working that break. Let's keep going. Woo! 5, 2, 1, and cool down. Woo! Good job. Great work, everybody. Good job. Nicely done, everybody. Good job. We're just gonna let our heart rates come down a little bit. Whew. 15 rounds. Great job. So we're gonna put our feet together. We're gonna go to butterfly stretch. It's the easiest one. Stretch and keep our airways still open. And Sophie, you're on the deck. I love it. All right, we're gonna put our right leg up, and we're gonna reach over to the side. You can bring that top arm over if you want. Go right up the chain. If you find that too hard in your lower back at this point, you can just keep that arm down. You know how you feel. And change sides. If you're looking for a little bit more instruction, a little bit more breakdown of these movements, a little more controlled to learn how the movements function. Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. the class I teach called Strength and Movement. You should sign up if you're not signed up already. It really helps to really understand the fundamentals of these movements and what's supposed to be happening in your body in order to really engage all the right muscles while you're doing movements like this with speed, because speed adds danger, risk of injury. Okay, we're going to go into a pigeon. And we're going to change sides. Good, we're going to go into a frog stretch. So we're going to have our feet or our knees as wide as we can. We want to have a 90-degree angle at our knee. So I don't want my feet closed in. I'll show you from the other side. So I have this 90-degree angle here. That's what I'm looking for in my frog stretch. And then I'm going to come down onto my elbows. And then I'm just going to sit back a little bit. You should feel your groin or your hips opening up, or both. Good, we're gonna slowly come out of this. Take your time on this one, because when your hips are really open like that, you wanna take your time coming back. And we'll go into a little ball. Move a little bit left and right. Then we're gonna lay down. We'll go to our lower back stretch. So both shoulders pinned to the ground. And cross in my case, my right leg over. Shoulders priority being pinned to the ground. And if you can get your knee down as low as you can, that's what you're aiming for. It's okay if your knee's up here and that's your full range of motion. As low as you can go to get a good stretch in the spine, lower back. Good, and we're going to change sides. Good, and we're gonna lay back again. We're gonna bring our right leg up, and we're just gonna pull back into a hamstring stretch. If you have a band or a towel, you can throw it over your foot and pull back a little bit. Today, I'll just use my leg. I'm gonna feel that hamstring stretch as we pull back. And try and lock your knee if you can. If you're feeling only a stretch just behind the knee, then you can bend your knee a little bit, get a little bit deeper into the hamstring. And keep working on that hamstring flexibility. Good, we're going to change legs. Good, then we're going to move up into in the bottom of our lunge position. Whether your foot's up or it's flat down, we're going to go to stretch our hip flexor. Good, we're going to change legs. Good, we're going to lay down on our stomach in the prone. Arm's going to be out, palm down, and I'm just going to roll over, stretch the shoulder and the chest. Good, we're going to change sides. Good. And one more, we're going to come up. If you have something you can hold on to, maybe a frame of a door or a shelf, anything, yeah. And we're just going to come into this overhead position. So I'm hinged over and I'm pulling down on my lat and my shoulder. And I'm going to, with my opposite arm, rotate in a little bit. Really brings a stretch up the shoulder into the lat, down that whole lateral chain. Good, we can change sides. Good. And we got 1 minute left, so you can do whatever stretch you want to do that you feel that you need. It's really hard to take that time to do these stretches, especially when you're warm. So take this extra minute. You know, if your lower back is bugging you, whatever might be bugging you, just take time to stretch the muscle that's associated with that discomfort, so you get that one stretch in that you need. And then we got 30 seconds left. So if you want to change sides on whatever you're stretching, you can change sides. And we are done for today. Great job. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I hope to see you on Monday next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. See you later.